I plan on getting a lot done today. For the first part of the episode, I'm going to team up with Matt to build a blaze rod farm because we need a lot of blaze rods to make a lot of end rods for our base. And for the second half of the video, I plan on putting those blaze rods to work by filling in the outside of my circle with glass and end rods because let's be honest, it's looking a bit bare right now. You're going to want to stay to the end. This looks epic.
Good evening and welcome to Popeyes. How would you like your YouTube video cooked?
Viral.
Yeah, you did not just do that.
All right, for this build, we're going to need a lot of glass,
a lot
of building blocks, a little bit of lava,
little bit of love,
and some vines.
Vines, lots of vines, yes.
You got that?
Would you? Yeah, can we do the one where he goes, free Shavakadoo?
No.
Lane, you want to know what I have in my ender chest?
What?
I will throw everything that I have in my ender chest out. Okay, you ready? Come over here. You ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Right there. Right there.
Oh my god.
Right there.
Why?
There you go. That's my
so
ender
gross.
chest.
That's so gross.
Oh my gosh, don't step over it. I gotta keep it safe.
I gotta go get coal.
Who?
Shut up.
Who?
Shut it! We need more coal. I'm digging straight down. I don't care if I fall in lava. Actually,
Okay,
I do
I'll
care.
wait. I'll wait for you.
Well, how are you gonna get down?
I'm going to jump.
Bro, you're gonna die.
Nope, I am going to jump and land.
You can come down now.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh god. Oh! Whoa!
I did it! Oh my god.
All right, Matt, we've gathered all the resources we need right here in the shulker box. So now it is time to go on the epic quest to the Nether to build the farm.
Okay, let's do it. Oh god.
Matt, challenge number 1 is to actually find another fortress. Challenge number 2 is to actually find a blaze spawner. And challenge number 3 is to build the farm. Oh, there it is. And there's a blaze spawner right there. Wow, that was very easy. Matt, we gotta take out the ghast.
Oh.
Take out the ghast! Ah! Yeah! There's another one. I'm gonna get a twofer. Oh yeah, I got a twofer. All right, so we need to go down 7 blocks and then clear out a 13 by 13 area. Stage 1 of the project is complete. I have cleared out a 13 by 13 area under the spawner, and now it's time to move on to part 2, which is to build the cage that the blaze spawner is gonna be sitting in. I accidentally hit a pigman. This is not good. Okay, I did not light this up properly, and these blaze keep spawning everywhere, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. I've tragically run out of smooth stone, so I'm gonna have to fill in those last 2 freaking blocks with diorite. This is just the freaking worst. Don't worry, I'll fill these in with smooth stone later, but I just do not want to go back to the overworld right now for 2 pieces of smooth stone. And I just realized this whole time I've been using my tinted glass, and I was supposed to be just using my normal glass. So now I'm out of tinted glass. So now I gotta go back to the overworld anyways, just to get freaking bone meal to make more tinted glass. Ah! And I forgot smooth stone. Oh my goodness, I forgot smooth stone. If I didn't have stupid good armor and weapons right now, I would have died at least 10 times by now. Good lord. The cage is finally built. That was a massive pain in the butt. I almost died about 5 times trying to do that. And honestly, I'm so glad I have this full netherite armor, otherwise I would have been screwed. Next things next is to make the killing area. The killing chamber has now been completed, and as you can see, we have a lot of blaze in here. So I'm gonna sit AFK here for about 15-20 minutes and see how many blaze rods we can get. And I just had an idea that this would probably look really cool as a time lapse, just watching all the blaze spawn and fall into death. So, yeah, time lapse mode, activate. It's been about 20 minutes, and I'm actually really curious to see how many blaze rods this made. I'm hoping it's a lot, because we need a lot of end rods for the build. So let's take a look. Yes. For 20 minutes, that is an insane number of blaze rods. I'm extremely happy with this. Note, this is not actually my design. This is designed by a person named Shulkercraft. I'll leave a link in the description to that video. During my stream last night, I constructed this mob farm, which should be getting us plenty of bones to use as white dye for the white stained glass that's going to go all the way around our massive rings. I really want to start working on getting the glass and end rods around these two rings just to see what it'll look like in its entirety. So real quick, I'm going to go to the end, grab some coarse fruit, smelt it, and turn all these blaze rods into end rods, and we can start building up the outside of this tower. I need to make sure I get a decent amount of this, because I should be able to make a farm in the overworld to just make this stuff for me instead of having to come all the way back here every single time. Now I just got to get all of these smelted. While that does that, I'm going to go AFK at our mob farm. That way we can keep getting bones, because we're going to need a lot of white stained glass. Alright, I think it's been about 10 minutes. I think our super smelter is probably done with what we were doing. And that's a problem. Get in there, yeah! Ah! Oh, it didn't work. Dang it. And our super smelter, yep. Oh, no. I guess while I was over there on top of the mob spawner, this chunk wasn't rendered. So this wasn't doing anything. Oh, man. To fix that problem, I'm just going to sit here AFK on my actual account, and then my camera account is going to be over at my castle rendering the super smelter. All right, so now hopefully everything should be done. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Wow. This thing is insane. Jeez. Anyways, back over to the super smelter. It looks like it has just about finished. I think it's still pumping in a little tiny bit, but this should be enough for what we're currently trying to do. I've gone ahead and put in all the glass we have into this double chest and all the end rods that we have into this double chest. I never thought I would see this many end rods in a chest. To be honest with you, I didn't even know you could craft end rods until about 2 days ago, and that's why I was stressing so hard about having to get enough end rods. But clearly, we don't have a problem. Last thing I need to do before we start placing in the blocks is to convert all of this normal glass into white stained glass. Which, thanks to this farm, we should be able to convert a decent amount of it. I think each stack of bones gets you about 8 stacks of white stained glass, so we can get about 24 stacks. It's not too bad. Oh no, my math is very wrong. I forgot that each stack of bones gives you 3 stacks of bone meal, which is 3 stacks of white dye. And each stack of white dye gets you 8 stacks of stained glass. Now that everything has been crafted and converted over to white stained glass, we can finally start to place the blocks and see how far it gets us around our rings. Alright, so about 30 minutes in, we've done very little of this thing. But it looks awesome! I'm just imagining how it's gonna look when this is all the way around this circle, and it's gonna look nutty. It is gonna look crazy. But the fact that that is 30 minutes of progress is super disheartening. Like, wow. As you all know, I love to look at my build with shaders, especially at nighttime. So, boom. That looks wild. Oh my, yes. This is gonna be the craziest looking build I have ever done. I mean, talk about light versus dark. This fits perfectly with the whole light theme that I'm going for. Anyways, back to the grind. I've just about run out of end rods. I've only got 28 left, which isn't enough to do one more pillar. So this is where I'm gonna have to stop for now, but let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like with a fully completed curve. Oh, yes. Oh, it's even better than I thought. Yep, it's safe to say we won't have to worry about lighting in our tower. At least for the outside of it. We're gonna be plenty well lit. Wow. That looks crazy. That looks so crazy. Before I can continue moving on building the rest of this ring, I'm gonna have to go sit AFK at my blaze farm for probably about an hour, hour and a half in order to actually get enough blaze rods to be able to finish this thing. I mean, it uses a lot of blaze rods. And it's terrifying because that was only for 2 rings of this thing. And I plan on this being all the way to build limit. That used about, what, 8 stacks of blaze rods for just a quarter of 2 rings? This is gonna take a long time. Quick update, I'm now about halfway through the circle, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired of jumping and placing glass and end rods repeatedly for hours and hours at a time. But I'm determined. I'm determined to get 1 ring of this thing done before this episode is over. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna do 1 more super speedy time lapse. I mean, this next like 3 hours of work is gonna look like about 10 seconds to you guys. So yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna do this one with shaders because, well, I feel fancy. And that should be the very last block. That took way too long. But look at how epic it looks. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. I'm curious as to what it looks like if the chunks are unrendered and you're flying through and it renders in. Oh my goodness. Wow. This thing looks monstrous. It looks better than I thought. It looks so cool. Wow. I'm happy with this. And you know me, I've got to see it with shaders. Wow. That is stunning. This is insane. It even looks good in the daytime. Before, I would just look at it at nighttime because I thought it looked really cool at night. But I'm starting to think it might look even cooler in the day. This looks epic. I think it's safe to say this is a good spot to leave off today's episode. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you have any cool ideas for things that I can do with this tower, be sure to let me know in the comments because I'm always open to cool ideas. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.